2018 outdoor motocross season is heading towards the home stretch.
Oh, out of turn one in a big pile up. Marvin Musquin has one. Oh no. Blensinger almost goes down there. Under extreme pressure, he wins.
Championship points leader Aaron Plessinger leads the young stars of the 250 class into round 10. In the premier class, Kawasaki's Eli Tomac and KTM's Marvin Musquin continue their rivalry as they race to the finish where only one man can reign as the 450 champion.
Eli Tomac wins the first moto, back-to-back wins. Marvin Musquin is back on the board. He takes his first win of the season here at Southwick.
Continuing a tradition that first began in 1972, the stars of American motocross will head to the gate and race on the motocross mecca that is Unadilla.
We're going to add to the legend of Unadilla. It's going to be a crazy race day for round 10 of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing, the Massey Ferguson Unadilla National. At Unadilla, it's your Lucas Oil race recap. Start is so critical, and how about the privateer Dylan Merriam getting it? See Musquin and Baggett battling behind him, and they're already muddy.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Musquin comes down the hill, up the inside. You see just splashing his way through, gets Merriam. Very crucial to have that clear vision early.
Goggle problems for Eli Tomac. A quick pit stop for him, and then everybody's starting having issues. Blake Baggett in for new goggles. That's Cooper Webb. Musquin eventually had to pull it as well, because watch, Tomac has caught him, and Musquin has his roll-off film dangling from the back. Pushed me across the goggle lens, not behind you. He has to pull in, and from there, Tomac would not be headed. Here's Musquin's pit stop. Basically, everyone who's even across the board, everyone had at least one stop in the pits. For goggles, Tomac didn't start the moto well. Normally is a big problem in the mud, but no problem. As we mentioned, Roxon, after a couple crashes, he recovers for 7th. Barsha all the way up to 8th.
That was impressive. How about Tamina?
Yeah, in the top 10, and there's the full top 20. Here's your Lucas Oil race recap. Watch Barsha here on the first lap.
Yeah, loses it there, tries to save, and then Caleb Russell, wrong place, wrong time. As Barsha has to wait at this point, loses a lot of ground, and then you can see what actually the chain reaction from that. There's not a lot of traction in that area. The minute you slow down, it's like trying to go up a hill when it's slippery. You slow down, you lose your momentum. It makes things a lot harder.
So Phil Nicoletti is leading this race, but he goes wide in this corner. Musquin sees an opening and wastes no time.
Yeah, I don't think Nicoletti expected that. And Musquin saw the door open, went for it, just ran it in up the inside, and then more trouble for Caleb Russell. He had a great ride going today, solid first moto, and unfortunately goes down pretty hard. You see him, he ends up holding that left elbow.
Yeah, hope he's okay. Meanwhile, Musquin holds on to take the win. Compared to everybody else on the track, not that many mistakes. It wasn't exactly perfect, but it was cleaner than everyone else, and that's the key in a motor. Tomac second, Barsha third, Webb holds off Nicoletti. Actually, they battled right down to the end for 4th. Baggett finishes in 6th. Roxon had a tough day in the mud, 7th. Pike, the Japanese rider, Tamita, 9th. And Benny Bloss finishes top 10. Here's the top 20. Kyle Cunningham, the privateer, 11th. Chris Canning, a privateer, 15th. Stank Dog on the old two-stroke finishes 16th. That's your top 20. Musquin takes the overall win. He and Tomac tied in the day's second moto as the tiebreaker. Nicoletti on the podium for the first time, and he does it at his home race. Barsha edged out after going down early in the first moto and climbing back to 8th. Baggett's 5th. Bloss, Roxon, Webb, Pike, and Tamita round out the top 10. It's 15 going out. Now 4 motos to go. Each moto pays 25 points for a win, so that 15 is not a lot. If either Musquin or Tomac have a bad one, it's going to flip completely. And Barsha was tied with Roxon coming into the day for 30, edged up by 5 points.
Still 100 points available, so 4 riders in this one.
Absolutely, they're not eliminated yet.
Mathematically, too realistically.
Hey, I said anything can happen in motocross, and this year it pretty much has. Here's your Lucas Oil race recap. We'll show you how this thing went. Michael Mosman, a great start from about the middle outside of the gate. Gets it, he's got Savacci right behind him. And then Ferrandis slithering quickly into 3rd. Savacci has problems at gravity cavity.
Yeah, gets a little cross-rider there. You see him thrown off. Fortunately, he was healthy, gets up, and then watch his teammate will also have some issues. Gets cross-rutted, tucks the front, goes down. So Faulkner losing a lot of time.
Then Mosman
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, the Cinderella carrot drive turned into a pumpkin here. He crashes. There's Ferrandis going by. Mosiman would get up in 4th place and drop back to 6th. Even Ferrandis with his problems.
Yeah, he had a close-up with the fans. They help unhook that front wheel by pulling the fence. He gives them all thank you, gets on his way, keeps the lead. There he goes. Hey, thanks, guys. He knows how important that was.
That is awesome. And even threw in a one-hander later on and wins the moto with another one-hander. Absolutely stoked. Harrison, Sexton, Mosiman top 6. Savatgy, Martin, Hampshire, Jordan Smith rounding out the top 10 of that muddy first moto. Now Ferrandis will try to finish it off in the second moto. Here's your Lucas Oil race recap. Big battle late in the race. Watch this. Mitchell Harrison battling it out, loses the lead momentarily, gets it back from Ferrandis. Ferrandis also gets passed by Plessinger. This was just getting started. Later on in the lap, Harrison's trying to negotiate lap traffic. He gets slowed up, bumped. Slows up Plessinger as well. Harrison loses the lead. Tough break for him. But Ferrandis wasn't done. He used the same inside line that everyone used on him the previous lap to repass Plessinger for the lead. And from there, he would move out, pulling away from AP to stamp it with a 1-1 in the mud. So strong performance for Ferrandis in both motos. Plessinger finishes second behind him both times. Here's the rest of the Moto 2 results. Savatgy, Harrison 4th. McAdoo, career best 5th. Cooper, Martin, Sexton, Fortner, and Nichols round out the top 10. So here's the overall. 1-2, 1-2 in both motos. Easy win for Ferrandis over Plessinger, easy map. Mitchell Harrison on the overall podium, 3rd place. Rockstar Husky. Savatgy just edged out in 4th. Sexton 5th. McAdoo gets into the top 10 by virtue of that strong second moto. He was 9th overall ahead of Mosiman, who had 1 first place start and 1 last place start. Plessinger staring a championship in the face, potentially next weekend at Budds Creek, our next to last round. Justin Cooper still solid 3rd in the points. He was inside the top 10 overall today.